What's going on, guys? It's Markie Williams, and welcome to my channel, Online Certification Courses. This is a channel where you can learn a new skill set or brush up on an old one. Continuous education and improvement should always be a priority if you want to stay current in your field of work and plus get paid your worth. Enjoy the tutorial. All the links will be down in the description below. Please make sure you like if this tutorial was informative. Please subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any training courses you may want to pick up. Comment below as to what you'd like to get certified in, and I can send you a link personally to check out. So let's get started. This really depends on who you're talking to when you really dig deep down to what a gig worker is. Some definitions are based on the work arrangements, the contract or agreement between workers and the individual or companies who pay them. Standard workers have a long-term employer-employee relationship in which the worker is paid by the hour or year, earning a wage or salary. Other definitions of non-standard or gig workers centers on the tax status or legal classification of a worker. Simply put, employees receive W-2 forms from their employers, and independent contractors, by contrast, receive 1099 forms when they perform services for a company without being a direct employee. Finally, some definitions are based on the type of work, or what people actually do on a day-to-day basis. These factors can be the certain characteristic of work, such as scheduling, flexibility, or lack of direct oversight. Given the diversity of the non-standard work, these characteristics may be seen as a positive or negative. Interest in side gig workers has grown tremendously in the past few years, due in part because of the pandemic. Business cut a lot of workers or closed down, leaving people to their skill sets to make ends meet. However, even as the pandemic became less severe, but gig work continued to become more popular, let's find out why. As they say, it's not work if you love what you do. Overall, many side gig workers have a positive outlook of their work and the future of the line of work they're in. In fact, a huge 97% of the contractors feel they are happier than their more permanent counterparts. Plus, 94% also believe that their job position is making a worthwhile contribution to the world. Many side gig workers also enjoy the flexibility and scheduling of their work, while they can focus on other opportunities that can fall in line with their schedule. Also, keep in mind, some people may have a regular 9-to-5 and still be a gig worker as well. Just as a side hustle, gig workers can make up to $30,000 a year. Many companies are leaning towards non-standard workers to fill the voids of a position until they can actually get someone in there as an actual employee. Non-standard workers tend to be defined as those who are associated with an organization for a limited duration of time. Non-standard work is considered temporary work, working at a distance, and even remote work. Companies are also coming to terms that there are a lot of these non-standard workers are coming through the door with incredible skill sets. Also, keep in mind what brings flexibility and freedom for some brings instability and insecurity for others. Being a gig worker also means you need to handle your own taxes, healthcare coverage. So if you're doing this full or part-time, so this may be a hassle for some if they don't have the proper tax preparer or not too familiar with actual gig working. Side hustles for full-time workers sometimes is a little easier since your full-time job provides healthcare coverage, which is a large chunk of money paying out of your own pocket. So what are some of the gig work side hustle people are doing? Well, if you can simply start off with all the food delivery drivers that are floating around right now. In certain cities, bikes deliveries are trending right now when it comes to mail, engineered drawings, or small packages being delivered around town. Tutoring online is also big right now, being a language instructor or a go-between when a language barrier is an issue when it comes to business ordeals, or translator, if you will. I know two-man crew that get contracted to offload trucks into warehouses. Installers for audio and video companies, they're contracted to do rack fabrication. So the side hustles are endless when it comes to non-standard work. Also, keep in mind, these side hustles aren't new. A lot of immigrants came over here doing this type of work to make ends meet until they found a more permanent job. A gig worker experience is really based on diversity. A man with many hats. Just as there is not one typical gig worker or one typical job out there, there is not only one way to group the experience in participating in the gig economy. Many side gig workers dig into the trade of work, meaning carpenter, installer, painter, mechanic, It could have been some hobby of theirs and eventually turn out making money for themselves. Me personally, I think this trend is going to keep rising with the many side gig workers specializing and loving what they do, and will continue to be the top pickers over someone who is in a certain position just for the check and not really being productive. These gig workers get in, do what they got to do with little or no management, guidance, and on to the next venture or project with that company or companies. Many thanks for taking some time to check my tutorial out. All the links will be in the description below. Please subscribe so you don't miss out on any training certification courses you may want to pick up. Comment below done and I will reply back. You can check me out on Facebook under Markie Williams, and I also have an online certification page where you can like and follow as well. Please make sure you check out these certification courses as well floating around right here. And always remember to get paid your worth. Many thanks. It's Markie Williams, and I'm out.